Hey guys, my name is Nick. Welcome to this episode of the Fitness Podcast. Today I'm doing something slightly different. As you all know, computers, robotics, and so on is my passion. Um, I'm in the industry, I really like it, and I also build projects and stuff quite a bit. If you look at my room, nothing but electronics. I also use my Raspberry Pi and everything. So today, one of my friends has a company where he sells computer products, and as someone who is passionate about computers and also needs a new system, I'm going to be using his website to build my own PC today, virtually. So here's one of my here's my build your own section. So I'm going to be going step by step as to how I choose my products. And yeah, I think his prices are fair as well. So for me personally, I don't need something fancy for gaming and so on. A regular tower will suffice for me. So I'll add this guy cart here. I don't need something too advanced. Next, for my GPU, yeah, this is something I'll definitely need. Um, I am a programmer, a gamer. I do design and video editing as well. So all these require some sort of graphics. So I'm going to be going. I know I need something powerful like the 2070 Super, but I know I don't need something super advanced like the 2080, which is a $250 jump. Um, so yeah, I'm going to be selecting the 2080. You can select whatever you feel is best for you on his site. And I really like the layout where you can actually see it as opposed to something like Canada Computers where the image is like super small and so on. If you were to click on this, you can see more of the product information and all that in pictures. But as opposed to as opposed to some place like Canada Computers or something where they don't give that much information or pictures wise, you have to like go in and select. And I know most people selecting their product all know what they require. So having something like this is, I feel, a lot more efficient. So for me, I need a good processor as well, right? So I'm gonna be selecting myself the Ryzen. Well, let's talk a bit about processors here. You have Intel and you have AMD. No, so from what I know from my people who work at Intel and AMD, AMD's products when they first come out are a lot less buggy. When it comes to like performance of older products, I'd say they're both on par with each other. But um, when it comes to like the newest products, Intel doesn't quite fix all its bugs before or software bugs before it's released. So in the first year, they usually get a lot more bugs that they fix with market research. So if I am buying so I need a newer processor that won't take a beating. So like I have an i7 7th generation right now on my laptop, but whenever I try to render something, whenever I try to render a podcast, my thing crashes at least 4 times. So I would prefer taking something a bit more advanced, but something at let's say Ryzen 93900, which I think is like the direct competitor to the i9, slightly cheaper, but also is a lot less buggy at the start. Mind you, I believe it's been a year since both these came out. So like right now, it really depends on what you're doing. I say Intel is more for graphic design and gaming and so on, and AMD is more for like the engineering projects and so on. That's how I would categorize it. So I'll add the Ryzen here. So when it comes to memory, I would just need something to hold files and then apps as well. The main apps I use are Adobe products. They really take up a lot of memory, so I'm gonna need some nice hefty SSDs in my computer. Now you have something called HDDs and SSDs. HDDs are hard disk drives, so they're older, like their capacity is going to be bigger, but they're a lot slower than SSDs whose capacity is lower, but are a lot quicker. So it really depends on what you need. You need something fast, but you don't store a lot of products anyway, or do you need something quick? For me, I have an external disk, so I don't need too much internal memory. Um, but I just need something that I can run or store my apps and render videos into. So I'm going to be selecting the 2 terabyte SSD and then leaving the rest to my HDD that I have externally. As you can see, like for the same price of an SSD, you can get a 5 TB HDD. This is going to store more, but it's going to store be a lot slower. Now for RAM, for me, I need higher RAM as opposed to someone else because of the programming work I do. And then I also need a DDR4 as opposed to a DDR3. So I'm going to be selecting this guy here because of the higher RAM. I know it costs more than the rest, but mind you, it's double this, but cheaper for double the price. Um, it's really going to help me out by not crashing. And when you're programming, all that variables and objects and everything get saved in your cache memory. You don't want your cache overflowing. So yeah, I also have my motherboards here. I took an AMD, so I'm going to be taking an AMD motherboard as opposed to an Intel motherboard because Intel has different ports than AMD. Um, so yeah, I'm just I don't need too big of a motherboard, so I'm just going to select this guy here. So with my processor, I'm going to need a big power supply, and an efficient power supply because as you can see, I took a nice hefty processor and graphics card, right? Um, Here you go. And you're gonna need your like extras. You're gonna need a Wi-Fi card. I'm gonna put it in, but I don't need Windows. I personally don't. I got a bootable disk for both Windows and Linux. So yeah, so you can check your cart, and you can, let's see, yeah, and so far you guys can check out. I really like the build that I have right now. I think it's really cool. I'll put the link. My friend Christian, about the CEO. Christian, you are a super cool guy. Heh, software engineer. Heh, heh. But yeah, oh no, or it's just an engineering joke. We don't think software engineers are real engineers, but yeah, this is a really cool idea. I really support it. I really like the tool, Christian. I'll be putting your link down in the description of this video. Please do, guys, please go onto the site, check it out. If you like my build, build your own and help a brother out. He is a student currently. I really like the idea. He's doing this to help himself out as a student, so every little bit that you buy really does help him. Initially, he did offer me a partnership, but the thing is, I don't really care about the partnership. I really want to help out a friend who. So, like, I really want to be honest here. Like, I couldn't care less about a partnership or getting benefit about this. I really feel passionate. I am an entrepreneur myself, and I think this idea that he's doing is super cool. So I'm only doing this promotional video to help him out. If I really wanted a partnership, I would have gotten a promo code or something for this video, but because I really want him to not lose any money, I'm not even offering him that. I want him to get all the money that he needs in order to pay for education or whatever he requires. So the link's going to be in the description. Please do go there. Please, if you need a computer, parts, or whatever, please buy it from him. All right. Take care, guys. See you next episode.